always hated when Mattel would make those Mater Deluxes, and the only thing different would be that, he'd have a little plastic hat attached to his head. But they did it all the time because they knew they could get away with it. And, I guess it worked out well for them because they always sold, for the most part, from the first one being Beanie Hat Mater to the last one being 95 and 51 Hat Mater. They did it for a good decade or so, actually over a decade, I guess. And then they stopped when the deluxe line stopped. Now they don't really release Mater with hat variants anymore. And I gotta say, I've been kind of longing for a new one. So I actually did contact Javes House, Jave the Amazing Cars Customizer, but not for this. This is just a little extra that he threw in, this awesome Viking hat right here, as seen in the Cars on the Road Episode B movie. Here's what happened though. I contacted Javes House to whip me up one of these bad boys, Mr. Clutch Humboldt. That's right, this awesome looking Bigfoot hunting RV from the Legend episode of Cars on the Road. And then, because I did, he actually threw in all kinds of free stuff just because he's a really nice guy. He threw in this Viking hat, this wardrobe sign, and also something that doesn't really relate to this, theme that we got going on right now, the B-movie theme. This awesome looking Rusty's can. So cool. I can't believe he threw in all this stuff, all completely made by him, all like 3D printed. I don't even know how he does it. It's just incredible. And I'm really, really eager to review Clutch Humboldt, but I don't have Margaret Motorray yet. And for some reason I forgot to order for the last couple of weeks since I got Clutch in the mail and all this stuff in the mail. And so I ordered her online. She's coming in soon. I don't know if she shipped out yet, but she's coming from the States, so she's going to come to Canada. And then when I get her, I'll review her. Then I can review Clutch shortly after. So in about a month's time, I'll be able to review Clutch. But for now, we have Mr. Viking Hat Mater. And I'll also show you some of the other cool accessories that I got from Jave as well, because why not throw it all into one awesome video here. But welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everybody. Yeah, if you're wondering how to get one of these customs, well, you just gotta contact Jave on Facebook. He's a super nice guy, all the way from Thailand, and, well, like I said, he just creates just beautiful pieces of art, I would call it. I know some people, really like paintings and sculptures and stuff. No, I think these 3D printed Disney cars, accessories, and die casts are some of the best art pieces I've ever seen in my life. I don't get how he does it. I really don't. You have to be on another level of talented to be able to create stuff like this. It's so cool. This hat just fits perfectly on Mater too, it's just perfect. Mater wears it with a little bit of a slant in the episode, so I just put it on a slant like that. His mirror kind of gets in the way, but actually you could do that, hanging off there. That looks cool. That looks more like how it looks in the episode, if you just hang it off the mirror like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just so cool. You can put it straight forward. You can put it sideways, I guess, if you'd want to do that. I don't know why you would, but yeah, it looks kind of cool that way. It's kind of funny, though, that I'm reviewing this guy and that he threw this in because the new How to Train Your Dragon movie just released from DreamWorks on June the 13th. So about just over a week now. And yeah, it's kind of fitting because this is a Viking hat. And obviously there's all kinds of Vikings in that movie. Hiccup and his dad Stoik, they're all Vikings from the Viking village of Burke. And, that he wants his son to kill dragons. And Hiccup's like, no, I will not kill dragons. I will fight. Oh, that's not how he talks. He talks kind of almost like Fillmore. Oh, not like Fillmore. I don't know. I'm just going to stop with the impressions. I've never actually seen the original movie. I don't think, at least. I saw number 2. We went for a field trip to go see it, but I don't know what this has to do with this Viking Hat Mater. So, you know what? Without any further ado, let us take a look at where this guy appears at in the B-movie episode of Cars on the Road. I like that episode a lot. It's a fun one. It's the 7th episode. And, well, Mater wears this Viking hat, not while they're filming a scene, but instead he just kind of puts it on when him and McQueen are in the dressing room together, and they're just kind of having fun. And Mater kind of spooks McQueen, and then McQueen's like, "Arr." I never really understood why McQueen says "arr" to that. He sees a Viking hat on Mater, then he's like, "Arr." I think he thought maybe it was a pirate hat, but obviously it's a Viking hat, so I don't know. Either way, then Bella Cadabra comes over and tells Mater, "We've got a new part for you." And obviously he's all excited. McQueen's a little sad though, because he kind of wanted a better part than his deputy role that he played, because he can't act too well. But Mater, he's just a rising star in Bella's new movie until it gets canned, and McQueen and Mater just kind of leave their acting careers, I guess, in Rustville. Anyway, so yeah, we're not really going to be taking a look at Mater, so let's just zoom it into the hat. It's kind of funny to be reviewing just like a hat by itself, but that's what we got to do today. Something different. It'll probably be a short review, but yeah, I just wanted to review this because, well, I just thought, why the heck not? Mr. Dockett got one of these too, and he reviewed it, and I just thought it looked so cool. That's why I used this Mater, because that's the one he used. It is a Cars on the Road Mater. Looks better than just the regular Mater, because, he has like a funny kind of expression. He's all happy, and he's got the raised suspension. So it looks more like, a Viking Mater, I think. More like how Mater looks in that scene. I love the two giant horns sticking out on each end. I mean, the paint quality is just so good. It's so much better than anything Mattel has ever painted in their long history of making Disney cars die-cast. That's just really, really cool. He did such a good job. And the top part here, it's actually sharp. You wouldn't want to step on that. I find that really cool because, Mattel always makes things like rubber and stuff to make it not sharp. I like how it's actually like real. This is how it would feel in the episode. This is how it would feel in real life. It's cool. It's so cool. I mean, I can't even contain myself. I can't even think of other words to say than cool because it's just so darn cool. It's amazing. It's like a silver finish, and then he's got like the gold plating around the edges and then around the top part here. I guess these are like kind of like screws to hold in the metal plating here. Well, like they're covered up, I think. I think that's what that's supposed to be. The little like edges here, little squares. And then, yeah, the big horns on each side. Really cool. He actually like detailed them and almost made them look like burnt on the edges. How cool is that? Again, I just can't get away from that word cool, because that's, when I look at this, that's just all I can say. I've always wanted a custom car, and well, now that I have a custom hat, I just think that's the most awesomest thing ever. I'm not going to say the coolest thing ever because I've used that word too much today. But yeah, in the inside, you can actually see, like, this is like the base kind of like coating, I guess, for how all these 3D models kind of look. I saw how they were made online, and Jave actually posted pictures on his Facebook, and it's just really cool. Like, they all start out with this like primer gray color, and it takes hours for these things to actually like develop. Like, he makes them online. I'm not really completely sure how it works, but he makes them online digitally, and then then the machine makes the actual thing, but he makes it digitally, and then he has to paint it and put it all together. And how do you? I just don't understand. That's just craftsmanship to a T. That's just incredible. It really is. And it's so cool to be using that towards making cars, Because, he could be making anything. And maybe he makes other things, I'm not sure. But you could make really anything you want. And, well, anything that's, small enough. But yeah, it's just so cool. And he makes Disney cars with it. Like, that's just so awesome, because even 5 years ago, even just a few years ago, I think, but certainly 10, 15 years ago, we didn't have anything like this. Like, this is a newer form of technology, 3D printing. I'm not sure how long it's been around for, but certainly not that long. And it's just so awesome that, people it's not just him either. I think there's other people too, but I think he's the best one. Making these custom die cast and custom accessories. It's so awesome. So awesome. I can't say enough good things about him and his work. It's just really cool. Here we have this awesome looking wardrobe sign that he threw in. Very cool little sign. I think this was from the episode too. It looks a little blurry. I don't think it actually is the focus of the camera though. No, it's just the text is a little bit like it's supposed to look old and worn down. So it almost gives across that blurry lens effect. But yeah, I guess it's not that. Pretty darn cool though. The brown text with the creamish colored background and then the brown border. And then you can see all the rust and just kind of dirt stains. Very cool. I think this one's made out of, oh, that's a wood. Wow. I thought that was cardboard this whole time. I knew he wouldn't use cardboard. This is like a wood material. Wow. It's like kindling wood. Wow, how cool is that? That's so awesome. He just threw this in. I don't even think he told me he was throwing this in. He just kind of did, just because. Because he's a nice guy. And then I also want to show you this Rusty's can. I don't think I'll review this one like separately because, well, it's just, I've reviewed something similar to this before, the tiny one that Mattel did, but this one is obviously much better, much bigger, and more accurately scaled, and just more accurately designed with all the, like the text. You can actually read everything. It's really, really cool. I just don't understand how you can make stuff like this. It's such a talent. It really is such a talent. You really have to be very skilled to be able to know just how to like make stuff like this. It's just incredible. Anyway, so here is the hat on Mater once again. He just looks so cool with his hat on. He's Viking Hat Mater now. He's Viking. I think Viking Mater sounds better, but I think I'll call him Viking Hat Mater because that's what Mattel would have done. I'm sure, like they call him Team 95 and 51 Hat Mater, not just Team 95 and 51 Mater. So yeah, looks so awesome. Now my new word is awesome. It went from cool to awesome. This is just 10 out of 10. Amazing work there, Jave. Thank you so much for throwing this in for free. And if you guys want any customs from Jave, there was something over there. It's just the light coming through. But yeah, if you guys want any customs from Javes House is what his business is called. Hit him up on Facebook. I think that's where he usually answers. That's where he answered me from. And it was just so cool. I knew, like, when I saw that clutch humbled, I just knew I had to make that a reality. It had to be here in the car's garage. And then he just threw in all this other stuff too. He even threw in another thing that I forgot to mention. I don't know where it's at right now. Oh, it's right there, hidden. Right there. Just out of frame. This is the campfire to go along with the clutch Humboldt, so we'll be reviewing this when I review Clutch himself. And then I also got this little like sensor, which will activate the campfire. So I'm so happy about that. It's so cool to have just another Cars on the Road Mater. Now we have pretty much all of them, but we still need the Gravedigger Mater from that episode, and also the Mad Scientist Mater, also from the B-Movie episode. So hopefully Mattel will make those eventually, but if not, I don't know, maybe Jay will make them. You just never know. Although those I think are probably still in reach. I think Mattel will probably make those eventually, but you never know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, hope that you did enjoy, and I'll see you next time right here on the Cars Garage.